Well, the sheriff says that inmate Larry Gordon was being arraigned on felony charges here at Berrien County Courthouse. He was being taken into the courtroom when he managed to grab an officer's gun, shooting 2 bailiffs and shooting a deputy as well as a woman. He then managed to get into the courtroom where he took several people hostage before he was shot dead. In total, 3 killed, 2 injured in this afternoon shooting here at the Berrien County Courthouse.
Well, our hearts are torn apart. They were our friends. They were my colleagues. I have known them for over 30 years.
The Berrien County Sheriff says 45-year-old Larry Gordon was being arraigned Monday on felony charges. Before entering the courtroom, Gordon grabbed an officer's gun, killing 2 bailiffs, 61-year-old Joe Zangaro and 63-year-old Ronald Kinzel. Zangaro was the head of courthouse security. Kinzel had served in the Army. After killing 2 and injuring 2 more, Gordon made his way into the courtroom. The sheriff says Gordon held people hostage for a few minutes before 2 bailiffs shot the inmate dead as he tried to escape.
This thing hit home. I mean, that's my nephew.
41-year-old Deputy James Atterbury was shot 3 times.
And he's a great guy. I known him since he was a baby.
He is expected to recover and remains in intensive care.
I'm thanking God that he's still alive. And I'm just so sorry for the victims.
His family says Atterbury had worked nights at the Berrien County Jail for 13 years. Today was his first day working at the courthouse.
He worked in the jail for about 13 years, never had an incident. And to be working at the courthouse, I even thought that was safer.
As news of the tragedy spread, some attended prayer vigils to remember the victims.
A men and women's God, and bring us closer one to another.
We've been grieving as a community, and then to have in our own community today the shooting at the courthouse. We had to get together and pray.
We need to recognize that all of us are vulnerable for these kinds of problems. So then that means we should be closer, we should have better relationship, and we should learn how to work together to keep these kind of things from happening.
It happened just after 2 p.m. And Bishop Atterbury says his son is married, a father of 5, and a church elder. He spends a lot of time helping the youth in this community. He says tonight their thoughts are with the families who lost loved ones. And as events were unfolding today, this courthouse was on lockdown. I understand the courthouse will remain closed tomorrow. Reporting live from St. Joseph, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Our other top story tonight, a man found stabbed outside his Grosse Pointe Farms home. It happened late this afternoon on Voltaire Place. That's near Kirchable. Priya Mann is there now. Priya, we understand the man was found on the sidewalk out in front of his home?
That's right, Steve. A woman happened to be in the area, saw the victim lying on the sidewalk. She called police, and police have identified that victim as 69-year-old Daniel Clancy. He's an interior designer. Now, just take a look behind me. I'm at Vendome and Voltaire Place. You can see a large area is still cordoned off. Let me walk you through what we know at this point. Around 4 o'clock this afternoon, Grosse Pointe Farms police say the victim was attacked inside his home. The 69-year-old man manages to escape, runs outside of his home. He gets about 50 feet, and he's followed by the attacker, who continues to stab him. The victim stabbed multiple times, repeatedly in the neck. Clancy was taken to the hospital. He's undergone a surgery and is now recovering. And Grosse Pointe Farms police believe the victim may not know the attacker. And again, a woman who happened to be in the area saw the victim suffering from multiple stab wounds, literally bleeding to death on the sidewalk. She called 911. She may have helped save this man's life. Now, again, there's not a lot of information coming out at this time about who police are looking for, but state police who are assisting and Grosse Pointe Farms police are asking anyone with information to come forward. Again, a 69-year-old man stabbed and attacked inside his home. He manages to escape, where the attack continues outside. At this time, Grosse Pointe Farms police and state police asking anyone with information to come forward. Reporting live from Grosse Pointe Farms, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Well, there's some good news here. A couple that belong to the same church as Cordette want to adopt the boys. They say they were so inspired by her passion to help young, vulnerable kids in the city of Detroit, they had to continue her work.
You're the God of this city.
Cordette Grantling's favorite hymn was the first song played at her memorial, and she was arguably the hero of her city. Over the past 25 years, Cordette adopted more than 100 Detroit children, including Deontay Hickman.
Taught me never give up, keep moving forward.
He was just 2 years old when Cordette adopted him. Now 18, Deontay says we lost a superhero.
When she died, I got a phone call at 3:30. It hurt. I broke down crying. My role model in my life passed away.
As a child, Cordette was abandoned by her mother. She channeled that pain into a lifelong passion to help other vulnerable kids.
It's very rare that you see someone who lives so fully for Jesus and who is so selfless.
Earlier this month, Cordette was diagnosed with brain and lung cancer. She left behind 9-year-old Torian and 11-year-old Travier. But there was a miracle in the works. Her faith inspired fellow worshipers at Woodside Bible Church to step in.
Why would you not want to say, hey, there's this lady that has grown these voices, been there for them? You know, we can't just let that stop.
This young couple wants to adopt both boys and follow in Cordette's footsteps.
Why shouldn't they deserve this? And why shouldn't we be the ones to do it for them?
The city may have lost one of its truest humanitarians, but her legacy lives on.
There's no one who loved more than she did. And in the amount of love that she had for everyone, it just doesn't seem possible.
She is the spirit of Detroit, symbolizes the rebirth and the hope and everything that we want to see for this community to happen.
And friends say Cordette's health deteriorated rapidly. Her death came as a shock. Now, as her illness progressed, that couple wanted to help in any way they can, picking up and dropping off the kids once a week at school. Well, that quickly morphed into something else, and now the Bragg family says they can't imagine their family without these 3 special boys. Reporting live, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.